Good morning, everyone. I'm Daniele Bertolozzi from Ecorys, part of the coordination team of the Tools4CAP project. Would like to present a few slides on what's Tools4CAP, the project about, and what we are doing, basically, before getting into the details of this specific session. So the project is an Horizon Europe funded project. It's a coordination and support action, meaning we are not really focused on research, but we are more focused on supporting authorities, specifically and authorities working with the CAP. It has started on the 1st of January 2023 and is meant to last until the end of 2026, so just before the entering into force of the new strategic plans, the next round of strategic plans. It is coordinated by Ecorys, but it involves 20 partners among public and private organizations, including research organizations, private companies, consulting companies, and technological companies. The objectives of the project are related to the support of member states in relation to the design and the implementation of the CAP strategic plans. Specifically, we want to support authorities and all the actors involved in the implementation of the current strategic plans and eventually the future as well. But also we want to support them in light of the design of the next generation of the CAP strategic plans. In particular, what we want to do and what we have been doing in the past 2 years is to build a knowledge basis of what has been done by member states for the design and implementation of the CAP strategic plans, especially in terms of tools and methods used by member states. So we have built an inventory of this information. Then what we want to do is to identify and adjust when needed the methods and tools that appear to be promising, interesting, innovative, and that could be replicated elsewhere. And we want to help end users, which means any actor that takes a part, play a role in the design and or implementation of the CAP strategic plans, to learn about these innovative methods and tools. We want to establish a replication lab, which means we want to practically demonstrate the use of some of these tools in case studies. And we have set up a capacity building hub to transfer this information, this knowledge, this learning to any actor that might be interested in learning about it. And this session, this module is part of this capacity building hub. The project is targeted end user targeted. And when we say end users, we refer particularly to any actor, private or public, that play a role in the design and or implementation of the CAP strategic plans. So, of course, primarily policymakers and managing authorities and other governance bodies playing some role. But of course, we know that both in the design and the implementation, other actors can play a role. So university researchers, technological companies, innovators, stakeholders of the agri-food sector, and consulting companies such as us, and so on and so forth. These are the people we are thinking about when doing our work in the project. What we expect, what we want to produce in practice with this project is a number of outcomes. Some of them have been already achieved, and some others are to be achieved yet. So first of all, we want to build an understanding of the new delivery model, which means an in-depth analysis of what are the challenges and needs of the actors working on the design implementation of the CAP strategic plans based on the new delivery model, so the new regulation of the CAP. And we have done this in the first year of the project, along with the creation of an inventory of existing methods and tools, specifically those that have been used by member states, but also the European Commission in relation to the CAP, and specifically in relation to the design and implementation of the CAP strategic plans. And based on this, we have built methodological guidelines which in practice are technical protocols that explain how to make use of these tools. And this has been done in the past 2 years. In the coming 2 years, we want to achieve other 3 outcomes. In particular, we want to test some of these tools that seems more interesting and in which managing authorities in the member states are particularly interested. We want to learn from this testing how to improve the tools, and we want to build a handbook that should help the end users to decide which tools could help them depending on their needs and their challenges. And of course, we have set up a capacity building hub. This is a permanent task of the project, and every year we set up these academy models, but many other activities as well, to transfer this information to the end users. Just for you to know that the inventory that I was mentioning before, which is a very useful tool, is it's on the project website. It's free to navigate. It's an ongoing, or how to say, continuous task. It means that we continuously update this inventory, so it improves month by month, year by year, and we integrate new information continuously. This inventory includes all the tools and methods used by member states for the design implementation of the CAP strategic plans, and is organized according to the member states that has made use of the tool, the category of the tool, and subcategories. So you see on the right the 4 main categories of tools that we refer to. So tools for the stakeholder needs assessment and consultation, tools for the policy choices support, tools for the policy analysis, and tools for the monitoring and data collection, such as those that we will talk about today in this session. But these tools are also referred to specific policy tasks. So you can use, when I say policy task, I refer to the specific activities that end user have to carry out for the design and implementation, such as we know for the design, end user had to conduct needs assessments, stakeholder consultation. These are examples of policy tasks. And for the monitoring, for example, we can talk about the check of beneficiaries' compliance or the performance review. These are kind of tasks, and the tools are related to the different tasks for which they are used. It's easy to navigate. And I would like also to draw your attention to some of the deliverables of the project. It's not exhaustive list, but we believe these deliverables might be of interest for your work in case. So, for example, we have a report on evaluating the method and tools that we have in the inventory, so the strengths, the weaknesses, for you to know in case you want to consider the use of other tools or you want to learn about it. We have an assessment related to the modeling tools, which is not specific to monitoring and data collection systems, but still it's very connected, so it might be of interest of you. For you, we have a report assessing the key challenges in decision making across member states. So this is useful to benchmark a bit what have been the different challenges in different member states during the design implementation. It could help also peer learning, and of course, 2 key deliverables underpinning today's session, which are about the integration of farm level data in CAP monitoring and challenges approaches for landscape monitoring, which will be explained better by my colleagues later in the session.